Here in Minnesota, we might be turning down the proverbial thermostat outside, but we today are going to turn the vibes way up. From firelit patios and Vikings watch parties and what it takes to buy a house these days, here's what's happening around the Twin Cities. We've got you covered. Welcome to the Minneapolis Edit. I'm Jen Briggs. This is what I would consider a somewhat cozy corner where we can learn together about what's happening this weekend and maybe have a little fun together. First up, apparently Minnesotans do like to suffer a little. Let's talk about patio season in the winter. Now it's getting colder. I will embrace the cold. I will embrace the cold. I will embrace the fluffy white goodness that's about to descend upon us as we enter into the official winter months here. Personal story. Now, I am self-diagnosed with what's called Raynaud's phenomenon. It's a lovely little, autoimmune situation where when I get cold, it can even happen in the freezer section in the grocery store, and I get cold, and my fingers turn like this beautiful pale shade of yellow, which, if you can even believe it, is lighter than my natural skin color. It looks like I'm half dead, but the reality is I'm fully alive and fully Minnesotan stubborn when it comes to trying my best to enjoy the weather. So I've gotten hand warmers and good mittens and toe warmers. So when I say I'm cold, it's not just me being a princess. It is actually a real thing. With that being said, there are solutions for this in addition to hand warmers, which include outdoor heated patios, warm blankets, good boots, all the good stuff. So today we're going to talk about 5 heated patios with cozy vibes happening that you can enjoy all winter long. Unless it's like -40, you probably don't want to do it then. Because it's like way too blustery. So first up is Wooden Ship Brewing. In the winter, as it gets colder, they'll put out a full tent. They have heaters out there, and they are known for being a community-based bar. Their tables are set up in a way that they want you to meet the people. So if you're super shy, maybe bring a book and look really busy. But otherwise, it's an amazing place to meet people. They have food trucks on the regular. On Sundays, they have Vikings watch parties, which is happening this Sunday against the Bears. On Sundays, they have $2 off pours from 12 to 3 p.m. happy hour. It's a wonderful little vibe. Number 2 is Luna and the Bear in Minneapolis. They also have heated patio, truffle flies, and this gin and jam drink that I hear is all the rage. Full transparency, I haven't tried it yet, but in my research, I stumbled upon it and it is highly rated. This looks like a great place to check out if you're looking for a cozy patio to stay warm on. Number 3, many of you have probably been here, but I don't want to take it for granted, and I think it still hits the top of the list. Surly Beer Hall. They have several fire pits, beer gardens. In the winter, they even still sometimes have that cornhole outside. Great bites to eat, good pizza. It's a fun, electric atmosphere. Definitely a place to check out this winter. Rosalia in Uptown. They have the best wood-fired, flatbread pizzas. My favorite is, I don't know if it's called a Thai one, but it's spicy with sausage and cilantro. It's delicious. But outside, they also have little fire pits, and it's a heated patio. I feel like you can easily exchange date vibe or girlfriend night out vibe. It's got a great ambiance, and I would definitely encourage you to check it out if you haven't. Last but not least is Park Tavern in St. Louis Park. They have a lot of space outside. They've got bowling, burgers, a heated tent. It is some of Minnesota's finest down-home magic. Speaking of warmth, you might need a financial blanket for this next story. Let's talk about what it takes to buy a home right now in the Twin Cities. You now need to make over $114,000 in order to afford an average home in Minnesota. And honestly, I think it's kind of wild. I know that it hasn't necessarily gotten easier to purchase a home. I will say there are still ways to get in, but let's break this down here. Patch Report in 2025 was showing that the median home in the Twin Cities is $390,000. Some would say $400,000 at the data that I looked at. If the rates are around 6.5%, the income that you would need is $114,000. The median household income, however, is only $82,000. We can see that the affordability gap is continuing to increase, and that's at about $32,000 right now. It's like the cost of a small car or maybe a really fancy garage. For some context, we know that construction costs have gone up, insurance costs have gone up. Again, we've seen inflation just edging up overall, and we also could potentially start to see a little bit of a shift if inventory sits because the price is starting to feel out of range for some of the buyers. Those prices may begin to soften a little bit and or make it a little bit more palatable for buyers to get in and write an offer that feels doable. That being said, there are ways for you to qualify, whether it's a different kind of creative financing, but let me say, put a hold on the 100-year mortgage and even the 50-year mortgage. Just saying, I think there are other options for you, and we can talk about what that might look like. It is possible to get in the market. I'm seeing it now, but pretty interesting nonetheless that it is requiring a six-figure income to buy an average house in the Twin Cities. We're mimicking a little bit of what the coasts have been experiencing for the last several years. Okay, enough of the math for now. Let's talk about something more fun, like what we can do in the Twin Cities this weekend. I mentioned Wooden Ship earlier. Well, they are hosting Vikings versus Bears watch party at Wooden Ship at noon on Sunday. It's also happy hour from noon to 3, so $2 off all of their pours. And if you haven't been there, it is this local neighborhood community brewery with long tables, good vibes. Sometimes they have music, they have events, they've got great food trucks. So check it out if you haven't been there. Sunday noon. And I mean, wear your Vikings jerseys if you're feeling like a true fan. I am doing my best to not be a fair weather fan, but the Vikings have broken my heart so many times. Anyways, watch party this Sunday. The Dayton's Holiday Market in downtown Minneapolis returns for the 5th year. You can shop from over 100 local makers, grab a bite to eat and a beverage while you browse around. They're going to be serving things like wild rice, popovers, ginger cookies, which are my favorite. You can pair that with a glass of wine or a cold beer for a perfect seasonal treat. Also this weekend, the Dayton's Holiday Market is returning for the 5th year to downtown Minneapolis. You can shop from over 100 local makers. You can grab a bite to eat. They're serving wild rice, popovers, ginger cookies, which are my favorite. And after you're done perusing through the market, you can go outside and around the corner, and there is a Jingle Holiday Bar. They're serving up festive cocktails and mocktails for you to enjoy. The hours are Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Enjoy that. And maybe grab one of those Santa bears. What are they called? The old, the Santa teddy bears. They have them. Also this weekend, the Rice Park tree lighting in St. Paul is happening on Saturday, November 15th at 5 p.m. There's music, cocoa, of course, plenty of lights. I would suggest bringing your mittens and also for sure your inner Hallmark character, because these are the scenes that movies are made of. Who knows? Maybe you'll bump into the love of your life and spill cocoa and then get cleaned up and fall in love this weekend at Rice Park tree lighting in St. Paul. Last but not least, Ava in the North Loop. It is, let me just say, first, a very fun, classy place to get a cocktail. Later in the night, it turns into a whole other vibe. Downstairs, there are disco balls and a dance floor that opens up with a DJ. And so if you want an excuse to move your body and dance, Ava is always happening for that. Now, you might want to get there a little early. There is a line outside. And if you're 40 plus like me, just know that you might be one of the more mature persons in the place, but you can have fun nonetheless and shake your tail if you want. This Saturday night, the DJ starts at 9 p.m. It's 21 plus, because sometimes surviving in the winter in Minnesota requires sequin and disco balls. That's the quick scoop for what's happening in the Twin Cities. If you've enjoyed this, subscribe, follow, hit the like button would be amazing. And if you're thinking about buying or selling a home in the Twin Cities, my team, Perfect Match, would love to help you. You can email me at youtube@perfectmatch.properties. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Stay warm, stay kind. I'll see you next week.